Hi, I'm John Zimmer. I'm here with the girls' golf coach, Mike Rissmiller. Coach, you're new here this year. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I coach at Cardinal Gibbons this year. I'm really looking forward to it. I've been a golf professional for about 20 years. I'm also experienced as a classroom teacher. I've spent about a little over 20 years as a classroom teacher. I've coached high school golf and college golf, and I'm really looking forward to the season with the girls.
All right. Who are some of the key returning athletes that you have this year?
Actually, I have seven returning players, which, that's really good, and most of them are underclass. We have a really young team: Ellen Smith, Caroline O'Neill, Liesl Miranda, Kaylin Lillis, Gabby Wells, Natalie Zullo, and Mary Kay Rizaka. We had probably more girls out than any other school that I know of. We had over 20 girls out for the team, and either because of student academics, as far as some girls decided they want to spend more time on their academics and thought they wouldn't be able to spend as much time with golf as they need. There are a couple of injuries, not really golf related, but there were a couple of girls that were injured, and also because of qualifying, the team was reduced to about half of that. But it's a young team. Actually, the first three starting players are sophomores, so there's a good future for golf here at Cardinal Gibbons.
All right. What are some of the strengths of your team this year?
First thing I noticed when I had a meeting with the girls was that they're really positive, very positive, have a lot of enthusiasm. And after we had an opportunity to practice, they really had good basics. They had a lot of skills already. And it's just a matter, I think, of refining them. And through practice and playing, I expect to see them get continually better on a weekly basis.
What are some of the challenges that you have this year?
The biggest I've seen so far probably is short game skills. Everybody can hit the ball, which is really good. And that sounds kind of, it's a big generalization, but everybody is good at hitting the ball. They just seem to lose a fair number of shots around the green, which I think that's easier to resolve than maybe the other part, which a lot of other teams. I've seen some of the other players, and I think we're ahead as far as that's concerned. I've also noticed that I wanted to just digress for a moment, and I mentioned about the number of students that were out for golf. A lot of the teams, either through graduation or I'm not sure exactly why, a lot of the schools are having difficulty fielding a team. There's 5 girls required for a team and 3 scores. So actually you can make a team up with 3 girls, but in our case that's a big benefit to us. So I see the team being very competitive, not only against other schools but also within the team.
All right. What are some of the challenges you face this year?
There's challenges and opportunities. I kind of like to look at that as the opportunity rather than as a challenge, but I think probably because we are so young, I think as the girls get more experience and they play in competition, you'll lose some of the nervousness and things like that, and that's the only way you really have to learn that. I've learned that myself as a competitive golfer, that it's completely different playing social golf and competitive golf, and that's the only way you learn that is to play in competition. That I think is the other thing. Also, what I was going to say is that I think just about all of the girls that made it through qualifying are able to break into the starting lineup, which is good. So hopefully that'll push our team to, you know, to a higher level.
What is your biggest goal for this season?
Well, I haven't really had time yet to assess the competition yet. We're going to have to, I think, play some matches with them. I have to see some scores because I really don't know what scores we shoot. I would want to improve over last year's success. We were a very successful team last year. I think we were 7-1 in the conference and 5-1, something like that. I think we were second in the conference and 5-1 in the other matches that were played. So I kind of look at it from the standpoint that you want to improve upon last year's, last year's record.
What are you most looking forward to this fall?
I think golf, and as a golf professional, is part of my, and coach, it's part of my responsibility to help juniors improve their game, because golf is a lifelong sport that you can play. A lot of sports in high school or college, for that matter, once you graduate, you're pretty, physically you're not as competitive as you were. So one of my big goals is to help the girls to the point where they can play better than actually what they think they could, improve their skills, and also think of golf as a long time sport that possibly they can play in college. Everybody, most of the players at this stage in their life are concerned with just getting the basics down. And most of the girls I have already have good basics, and I'm positive that I can help them improve that. And hopefully they'll play golf for a long time.
All right. Well, I know my swing could use a lot of practice. Is there any way I could get maybe a free lesson from you, Coach?
Well, we'll work something out. We'll barter.
All right. Thanks for doing the interview, Coach.
Sure, you're welcome. I'm glad to be here for Cardinal Gibbons.